So here we're going to be exploring. So this is a take on AshLizzle's list that I watched earlier today. I thought this was really interesting. This is the first time I am making a video for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set. It seems pretty powerful after playing a few games with it. Um, Especially so I'm excited for this just because I never had the chance to quite play hardened scales when it was standard. But like this as close and I think as I can get. This might be even better than that. Especially with, Ouroboroid being the broken card that it already is. And then to be able to tie that with Michelangelo Weirdness to 11. When it enters, you create a mutagen token, excuse me. When you sacrifice this token, you put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. You can only activate it as a sorcery. Yeah, this is bonkers because you got the Hardened Skills ability right on Michelangelo. So if you get one or more +1/+1 counters, you would put one additional +1/+1 counter instead. Yeah, pretty busted. And then we don't quite have the Ozolith, but we do have the Ooze, which creates the number of mutagen tokens for each +1/+1 counter of the creature that left the battlefield. So that is pretty insane, considering that we have Rottenmouth Viper in the format, where we can essentially use those to reduce the casting cost by sacrificing all those tokens. Or you have Obsessive Pursuit, which every time a token is sacrificed before combat, you put a number of +1/+1 on target attacking creature. Man, yeah, this deck is. And then, of course, now I only have two in the list, but eventually we definitely want four of this card because it's just so busted. So Super Shredder, 1/1 menace. Whenever another permanent leaves the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Super Shredder. So you can imagine this thing gets huge very, very quickly, especially with the Hardened Scales effect. And then just the amount of sacking that we do, like this can get pretty insane. And then for removal, we got a couple of the hexes. And then Deadly Precision, we can any token that we create, we can definitely just sack it. And then it just becomes a 1-mana target removal for a creature. And then we do have 3 copies of Mutagen Man. So activated abilities of artifact tokens you control cost 1 less to activate. So the one thing that is insane about this card is that the Gadgeteer from the Karlov set, you were able to reduce 1 colorless for the same effect for like, this is artifact tokens, but you couldn't reduce it less than 1. This is just like, so basically you're getting a free mutagen like activation, which is absolutely bonkers. And then I only have the 1 copy of Sentinel here. Again, like, this list has to be experiment with a little bit more, but the gameplay has just been really fun. And then the last notable card here is the 4/4 Trampler, Savanti Romero. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Savanti Romero. Then you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is the number of counters on Savanti. So, yeah, this could be a little bit concerning if you're lower on life. But the way we gain life is actually with Obsessive Pursuit. Like, we want to be sacrificing, you know, 3 or more permanents to kind of get that life link online. Because the life link alone can just win you games, especially if the creature's absolutely massive. So, like, even just like one hit of that with the life link could be enough to just bring you the win that you're looking for. For Llanowar Elves, yes, we're running the Cubs as well. I mean, it just makes sense to try to just like get our mana ramping online as quickly as possible. So we'll go ahead and jump into some games here. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't think it gets any better than this for opening hand. I'm okay with this. Unfortunately, no Michelangelo here, but that's fine. Elves. Yeah, playing some sort of mono weight. Probably an Enchantress. See what the opponent does here. I could have removed the Survivor. I decided to just hold back off removal until I see a little bit more of what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, we'll let this go by. I think I just want to go Shredder. Yeah, just like that, I already get 2 counters. Like, yeah, Shredder is just absolutely nuts. Yeah, I don't think there's a need to be aggressive here. Because I think with these mono white decks, with all these, like, yeah, ethereal armors and, like, even sheltered by ghost, I think it's important to just kind of pick your time and place of removing those, because you want to take advantage of trying to, like, especially if you have instant removal, you definitely want to be, you know, doing it on the casting of these enchantments. That's a lot of damage. I think I'll block here. There's one card in hand. I think I'm good. One like that. Yeah. Oh my god. For the amount of sagas that are in this format, oh boy, like, yeah, this Shredder is going to be a problem in Standard for a while. Like, it's way too good. Way too good. Yeah, I'm definitely a fan. Like, I've always been, like, a person that enjoys, like, a good sacrifice list. And, like, I think this is one of those decks that's going to stay in my rotation for a while. Like, unless there's a reason that something doesn't allow it to be meta. Like, I I have a hard time not seeing this being meta. It's not the greatest opening hand I've ever seen, but I think I want to try it. The curve is a little bit high here, but I don't mind taking the risk just because, like, I could just cast this for 2 mana. Yeah, I think... Mono green Stompy. This will be an interesting matchup. Yeah, I think just go 1. I have to do it as a sorcery. Yeah, no, there's a lot of tech that enables the sniper to be really, really good. So, yeah, I've always liked to see cards like this in those type of decks because it just enables a lot of tech for removal to be a little creative. I mean, do I just hardcast Ouroboroid here and force them to try to get rid of it? I think that's the play. Yeah, so a lot of tech from these decks. Yeah, this ain't great. I don't really see a way out of here. Like, I could play... Yeah, not a huge fan of this, but... I think if they just have it, they have it. Yeah, we didn't quite get there. Didn't quite get there. Yeah, that was a little bit of a sus hand for me to keep, but I definitely don't regret trying that hand, like, but like those mono green decks, when you have a start like that, like that's what you want to see. Like I do like these mono green decks that have like the early turns and you're not just ramping. So like I think like a list like that is very underrated to play against. Okay. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I think as the meta shifts, like, I think we're gonna, like, green was already very strong with Badgermole Cub and Ouroboroid. I don't see it pivoting at this point. I do not see it pivoting anytime soon. Okay, so we got like a rabbits list here. Not sure how relevant rabbits are in the meta, but I mean, it's still a very strong list. Go ahead. 2. This could be wrong, but yeah, like, that's why I like the Offspring with Paw Patch, just because, like, the single targets are they look really bad. Having to remove certain pieces from the board that's not Paw Patch, but sometimes you gotta do it. Yeah, this is really good. Yeah, I think I want to set up a Rottenmouth Viper next turn. Nice. Okay. I think I'm fine doing something like this. That. I forgot that it's non-land, so you can't target the land, unfortunately. Sacrifice. Oh. Yeah, that Shredder, man. Like, what a freaking crazy card. I've been, like, a fan of Viper for a long time, so to see it, like, you know, pair up with like Shredder, I think the Viper is like as playable as I've ever seen it. Yeah, seam rip, that's fine. Like, it was gonna take something. Yeah, the opponent's probably gonna go wild here. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. Yeah, this all feels very bad. No, we'll move on to next game. Like, not sure if there was bad decisions on my part, but yeah, I'll keep this. Yeah, I like the pursuit here. Just get these clues online for either Viper, setting up the Shredder. So we're playing Elementals, eh? Okay, so this is fun. Oh man, there's a lot of options here. I think we're just gonna go like that. Yeah. Yeah, oh man. Like, going Shredder into Viper is just, it's so fun. Oh wow, okay. I mean, wow. Yeah, okay. This is like exactly how I want this deck to run. Like, having Pursuit out, gaining the tokens for Viper into Shredder, and then just having an attack to gain you life is really good. Yeah. Yeah, the opponent was like, I don't think I could leave Michelangelo in that hand. Yep. Oh, boy. Yeah, that's exactly how you want the deck to play. Like, that is a lot of fun. Like, that is, like, Like, it was interesting to me, because, like, that was a really, you know... That's not a fun choice when your opponent goes Deceit, and then you see a Michelangelo there with the Viper, because, like, you're just planning on taking the Viper, getting it out of the hand, and then you see Michelangelo, and you're like, well, that's not that much better. So, yeah, very good. That played out exactly to plan. Okay. So that's a really fast start. Like, this deck is hard to beat, I think, on the on the draw, like, or no, I was on the play there, sorry. That's a really fast start from the opponent. Oh, this doesn't feel great, but I'm so scared of that scavenger losing games early. Like, maybe I should be a little patient there, but like I said, I think I got too much PTSD losing, like, turn 2, turn 3 against that card. Like, it's like, no, just get rid of it. Play the Sentinel here. See if we can play around, like, Seam Up and all that. Again, Sheltered by Ghost is probably in their hand. There it is. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so annoying. And then there's also, like, that, like, Chain to Rock new card from, the Turtle set. I forget what it's called, but it's like a Chain to Rocks, but it's for basic lands. And it's, yeah, mono white. 2 mana, I believe. Oh boy, okay, yeah, it's not my favorite play in the world here, but okay. Oh. What an interesting card this is. That's pretty neat. Oh, not drawing the land is not fun. Just gonna have to try to outpace them. That's not fun at all. They only have Ward 2, eh? Yeah. The only... Again, the problem with that deck is if you're not drawing cards, like, that is... You run out of gas very quickly. But, oh man, like, that deck is designed to be very scary right off the bat. Like, if I did not have an answer there, like, that was just game for me, so... Like, I find Mono White is, like, very hit and miss, but man, is it scary if you cannot deal with it early on. So, again, that's why maybe, like, it was a little hasty to get rid of that scavenger early on. But, again, that's kind of the, like, what's scary about it is that it grows very fast if you don't deal with it. So, I'm going to stick to that was the right answer, and that's, like, was the deciding factor in me winning this game. Alright, so we've got the 2 cubs here to start us off. We can potentially get a ton of mutagen tokens here. Okay, we're playing tokens. That's cool. Yeah, that's could be potentially a big problem. I don't know if I have anything that can really deal with that, but there's some damage there. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see what the opponent here, what this is gonna look like. Because again, like this could be an artifact deck too. Okay, no, it is tokens, but yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, because you gain life, you get a token. I mean, you get Elspeth out here, and like, this is not a fun time. Yeah, what an interesting strategy. Like, I've seen this card, like, a few times. I like the creativity you can have with it. So it's fun to see it in this type of shell. Do it for 4, then I have another one for the 2 mana for the Ooze. Sure. Now we'll put a bunch of counters on these guys. And then we'll attack them through. Nice. Alright. Yeah, Obsessive Pursuit, like, it is really good if you can sacrifice to gain the lifelink, because, like, oh, this is fun. This should be a lot of fun. Heck yeah. Wow. Okay, what are we at? Okay, there's a 1 card. Okay, so essentially we can dump a ton of mana here. I think... I mean, I'd like to draw cards too. Okay. Yeah, I think we're. I wish there was a faster way to do this, but I think we just dump all of it on here. If they remove it, we can put it on a potentially another creature. Or, yeah, get all these back. This is going to be huge. I think this could be game. I'm pretty sure this is game here. Yep, this is game. Wow. Oh my god, okay. Okay, well, I was never a huge fan of Obsessive Pursuit. Oh boy, does this deck, like, take advantage of the Pursuit. Yeah, this deck is a problem. Yeah, I don't have any words. Like this deck is insane, and like I don't even have it optimized to I think its full potential yet. Yeah, I like as soon as I saw AshLizzle play this deck, I was like, oh my god, I need my own version of this, because like this is the play style that I do enjoy, but like it's outrageous. Like this is insane. Um, like maybe like I don't have sideboard, but I like more removal. You can have the the deadly cover ups. Like I don't think deadly cover up main board I don't think is necessary for this deck, but I think sideboard for sure. Um, but like wow, like both like the sacrifice element of like the tokens and then the +1/+1s, like wow, what a good strategy. Like it fits like a glove. Like it fits together so well. And I mean, you know, having Ouroboroid, like yes, this is an insane card, but I mean this deck just meshes well even without it. Like I don't think I've had a game displayed here where I won with Ouroboroid. It was like Obsessive Pursuit, like the Shredder was a problem. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see the Savanti, but like, yeah, like I'm definitely gonna be experimenting with this deck moving forward, and like this is definitely gonna be in my rotation, um, like moving forward because it's too good. And like I'm such a huge fan of the Viper, like especially in this build. It's like because, you know, like before it was like okay you sack things with Viper and you know it's out there, but the fact that like by sacrificing like the shredders online super quick and then you double the tokens or like oh like and you have a way to produce a ton of mana, like this was the reason I think I went Llanowar Elves Badgermole Cub, was to try to like really enable this card to get us as many tokens as possible to get Viper to do its thing, and um yeah, so on and so forth. So yeah, like I think there's something to be said about this deck. I think we're definitely seeing this in the meta for, you know, is Shredder going to be way too much of a problem? Like it is, it's got no protection, so like I mean it's easy enough to remove, but I think a lot of decks are gonna have to start really paying attention to this card, because like if it gets out of hand, like that's just game over. So I think we're gonna be seeing a lot of targeted removal on the Shredder, which again we can take advantage and enable other cards to kind of take over the game if they're like solely focusing on the Shredder. Definitely want 4 copies of this card in this deck at some point. That's gonna need to happen. But otherwise, thank you for watching. Hopefully, you know, you can try this deck yourself. Or if you see it on the ladder, I would not be surprised if you're going to see a ton of this list. Like it's going to be probably everywhere. So at least this gives you an insight if you're going to play against it. But again, thanks so much for watching. Until the next one.